Hey guys, I'm here today to talk about this book I read, Warriors. Wait, it's backward on me, but for me. But Warriors, New Prophecy, Midnight. Now, first I want to talk about the author, Erin Hunter. She is inspired by a love of cats and a fascination with the ferocity of the natural world, as well as having a great respect for nature in all its forms. Erin enjoys creating a rich, mythical explanation for animals' behavior shaped by her interest in astrology and standing stones. Now, this book is about cats. Yeah. Cats, like, they're kind of, like, organized in a sense. There's, like, a forest. There's an area, which is right over here. Get it up. Hold it up to the screen. Which is great about all these books because it's serious. They all have this map in them. Alright, here you go. See, it's like this is the Thunder Clan camp. Over here's Shadow Clan camp. Up near High Stones is where the Wind Clan camp is, right over here. Well, yeah. And then this is the River Clan camp. Now, each group has different personalities. Shadow Clan, they're kind of like the evil. They're usually doing the bad things, they're kind of like bad. And Thunder Clan is the opposite, of course. They're the good guys. River Clan is just like usually considered to be fat and swim for some reason. Cat swimming. And then, Wind Clan's just doing their thing. But the thing is about these cats is they live by a code, and they sort of work together for common goals, right? So basically, what the story is about, it's about there's new prophecy that needs to be fulfilled, and it's being ordered by the big guys up there, Star Clan, which is basically where all the cats go when they die, and it's kind of like their religion or whatever. They live, and the other cats live by the warrior code. Gotta follow the rules and whatnot. So the cats of Star Clan decide that there's a new prophecy because there's going to be trouble coming in the forest, like trouble, really bad trouble. So a figure that came from each one of the clans chooses someone currently in the clan to go and fulfill the prophecy. And one of those people is my good friend Brambleclaw. Now Brambleclaw, he decided, well, he's kind of like tries to be the good guy, in a sense. He tries to like keep everybody together, the leader of the group. And he's from ThunderClan. Then there's the little apprentice that followed him. She's kind of like sassy and annoying at the same time. Squirrel Paw, and she didn't want to be left behind or whatever, so she followed him, and she wasn't supposed to. So she's going along on this journey too, to go save the clans. Then there's Tawny Pelt, which is actually Brambleclaw's sister, and she's 100% ThunderClan, but she moved to Saddle Clan to go with her dad and be with him. That's a long story, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this story. And there's also from River Clan, you've got Feathertail and Stormfur. Now Feathertail, she's kind of like the shy one, and they're both brother and sister. She's kind of like the shy one, and Stormfur didn't want to leave her alone because he's a protective brother, and he's kind of like the big, strong guy, willing to do violence. Nah. And then there's the little kid from Wood Clan. Now, like Squirrel Paw, they're both like apprentices, so they're not like full-blown warriors yet. And so he kind of like, he feels like he has to make himself big and seem like he has to like fight the authority, and he's always like arguing with Brambleclaw, trying to be like, I don't want to follow you, you're not my dad, all that stuff. But yeah, he's from Wind Clan, and they all have to come together and work together to meet a common goal and go on this journey to save the forest. And now I'm going to read you a passage from the book. It's like the very beginning, but I liked it. I liked how it starts out. Let's see if I can find the page here, though, because me not bookmarking it as I do most of the time. It's very annoying. Ah, here it is. Ready? Leaves rustle as the young tabby cat slid through the gate between. Hold on. Actually. It's about to get real here. For this. Alright. Leaves rustled as the young tabby cat slid through the gate between two bushes, his jaws wide open to drink in the scent of prey. On this warm night in late Greenleaf, the forest was full of scuffles of tiny creatures. Movements twitched endlessly at the edge of his vision, but when he turned his head he could see nothing but thick clumps of fern and bramble, dappled in the moonlight. Suddenly, he stepped out into a wide clearing and gazed around in confusion. He couldn't remember being in this part of the forest before. Smooth cropped grass, glowing silver in the cold wash of moonlight, stretched in front of him as far as the softly rounded rock where a cat was sitting. Starlight sparkled in her fur, and her eyes were two small moons. The young tabby's bewilderment increased as he recognized her. "Bluestar?" he meowed, his voice shrill with disbelief. He had been an apprentice when the great leader of ThunderClan had died, 4 seasons ago, leaping into the gorge with a pack of bloody, hungry dogs after her. Like all her clan, he grieved for her and honored her for the way she had given up her life to save them. He had never thought to see her again, and he realized for the first time that he must be dreaming. "Come closer, young warrior," Bluestar meowed. "I have a message for you." Shivering with awe, the tabby Tom crept across the shining stretch of turf until he crouched below the rock and could look up into Bluestar's eyes. "I'm listening, Bluestar," he mewed. "A time of trouble is coming to the forest," she told him. "A new prophecy must be fulfilled if the clans are to survive. You have been chosen to meet with 3 other cats at the new moon. You must listen." Well, you gotta listen to me, and I guess you gotta read more of this book to find out.